Oh my god, I just signed up for a marathon. Definitely the record so far for this project. I'm gonna be a certified running coach. But then I injured my back for the second time. I am such pain. Last week I was even kind of depressed a little. Good morning and welcome to my Monday. I am so happy today because I could run this morning, and yeah, it has been quite of a journey. I've been passionate about road running for over 20 years. At least once a week, I wake up early, really early, to hit the street and run. So it was kind of obvious that someday this idea would come to my mind. Oh my god, I just signed up for a marathon and now I'm scared. I have this running log in my journal where I am tracking my running because even before I decided to run the marathon, I already had this challenge of running a half marathon by the end of this year. I mean, running again and for the first time in my 40s. If I stay at the pace I am right now, I'm gonna reach my goal easily. Despite the excitement, the next day... So today I'm just walking because I kind of hurt my back. Oh god. I just signed up for my first marathon and I hurt my back, but everything's gonna be fine, no worries. Running has made way for peaceful walks in my routine. Staying away from running has been a challenge for me, but I try to find something positive in the unexpected turns life takes. In the end, these morning walks have helped me slow down, listen to my body, and reconnect with myself. And my body responded to this kindness. Before long, I was gradually returning to my routine. So, I just arrived from my morning run, my Monday morning run, 15 kilometers, not 100% recovered yet, but almost there. So, I wouldn't say back on track because I should be running around 20 by this time. But anyways, that's okay. It's part of the game. So, I was recovering well. The first day I ran after my injury, I ran 12 kilometers. I felt great. It was amazing. I was not feeling any pain on my lower back. The only thing, I didn't have the same range of motion that I had before the injury. I couldn't bend forward. Every time I would try to bend forward, I couldn't reach my toes. And it could be a little painful when I tried to do that. So everything was doing great, and actually I reached my record. I ran 19 kilometers. I ran the Rio de Janeiro half marathon twice, but since then I don't remember if I had run 19 kilometers. So I think it was my record since the half marathon. Definitely the record so far for this project. So I was feeling on the top of the world. I was so excited. I was firmly believing that I would reach my goal to run a half marathon by the end of this year. Exciting and surprisingly news. I'm gonna be a certified running coach. But then I injured my back for the second time. And this time was bad. It was worse. I mean, I was feeling great. And then there was this Saturday when we went to the mall. And I think we walked too much and I carried bags. And then the drive to home, it took forever, like 40 to 50 minutes. And the next day I finished my novel project. If you didn't watch that vlog, is amazing. I tell you how I wrote my novel in 24 days. And as soon as I ended the challenge, I felt my back pretty bad. It was horrible. I am in such pain right now. Oh my God. It hurts. It hurts. It was worse because even other types of movements that were not painful before were this time. For example, even in the middle of the night, if I had to move my position, I would have to wake up my husband and ask him to lift me and change my position because I couldn't do it by myself. So I went to the doctor, I was medicated, and then I went to a physiotherapist, and I've been recovering since then. On Mondays, I eat my leftover pizza from Sunday because every Sunday I bake my own pizza. I make it from scratch. I make the dough. It's a whole wheat dough, so it's healthy. And yesterday I topped it with anchovy. One is with anchovy and the other one with turkey. As I always say here, you can eat what you like, just find ways to make it healthier. For example, you can bake your own pizza. Actually, you can get the recipe for this dough on my website. Go to lucianawellness.com/pizza. I prepare this dough every Sunday. It always works. I won't deny that I felt quite sad about having my routine interrupted, but I chose to focus on what I could do. So I used the time to study for my running certification. Finding a comfortable position here and there and doing my best to forget about the back pain. So today when I woke up, I was feeling good. I was kind of scared, but yet I thought, okay, if I cannot run, at least I can walk and I can train for the temperature instead of training for the running itself. And actually I started running and I didn't feel anything during all the time. I usually go halfway and then I come back so I can have the entire length of the running session. And when I got to 4 kilometers, I thought about coming back and doing a 8 kilometer session, but I thought no, I never do less than 10, so I decided to run for one more. Then I came back at the 5 kilometer mark and I completed 10 kilometers when I came back. By the end it was kind of hard because of the wind. When we went, the wind was behind us, but when we came back, we had to face the wind, which is okay. Sometimes people, they look at the wind to see the direction and then they try to come back with the wind behind them so they are not so tired. But I have this mindset like of not choosing. That's how I feel. Like if I have to run, I have to run under any conditions, because I cannot choose when I have to run for real, let's say during an official run. The temperature was around 2 degrees Celsius, around 33 Fahrenheit, I believe. I'm not familiar with Fahrenheit, sorry. Which is not cold at all for this time of the year here in Toronto. Actually, we had like 2 or 3 days of snow and like light snow, not nothing compared to other years, so the temperatures are great for now. Let's see what happens on January and February. This was my first run of this year wearing gloves and ear protectors. Actually, ear protector, gloves, and neck protector. It was the first time of the year, but I'm still not wearing my heaviest coat. I'm wearing like a medium jacket. I have another one that is warmer, and to be honest, at some point it was too hot. I overkilled today. I think I would be okay with a light long sleeve. But it feels so good to come back to run. Like, I was kind of worried. Actually, last week I was even kind of depressed a little, because it's not the pain itself. It's the whole idea of not being able to do the things that I like. It's the whole recovery process. So now I feel better. Tomorrow I'm going to the gym for the first time. I'm so excited for it, and I already feel like myself again, I would say. I think one of the greatest lessons this situation brought me was the reminder that nothing in life is permanent. Just as one day I was on top, breaking my records, and the next I had to stop, the wheel will keep turning. This moment of anxiety during recovery will pass too. Even though my movement is almost fully restored, I can't neglect the other aspects of my health that not only help me recover, but also improve my performance, allowing me to come back even stronger than before the injury. Nutrition is key in this process. Those who know me know that I focus on a diet rich in protein and complex carbohydrates, and that doesn't change during recovery. A healthy diet is essential both when we are at our best and when we are healing. During this time, I'm even more mindful and take extra care to avoid anything that could compromise my health. In short, if I usually steer clear of processed food during recovery, I won't touch them at all. I hope this first update on my Marathon 2025 project has brought you something useful to implement in your own life. My goal isn't to convince you to run a marathon, but if I've inspired you to move a little more, then this vlog was totally worth it. And remember, if you have any questions, feel free to ask me in the comments. And if you enjoy challenges, I highly recommend my video on how I wrote a novel in just 24 days.